Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the KetoMom page. My name is Stephanie. Happy 4th of July for those of you who are in the United States, which I'm very well aware some of you are not. So happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. It is going to be an amazing day. I don't know about you, but I love holidays where we get to go to parades and grill out and have fun. That's what we're doing. So as you're tuning in, and if you're celebrating today, what are you doing? We are heading to a parade, which is in this teeny tiny little town that really has nothing the entire year except for the 4th of July, where hundreds of thousands of people, and my husband said I exaggerate, it's like thousands of people get together, but for real, the biggest parade I feel like in Minnesota is in the teeniest little town in Minnesota. Then we're going to grill, have some water fun, watch fireworks. What are you doing? And so as you're tuning in, if you're brand new, post new below. I'd love to get to know you. The KetoMom page has recipes, keto tips, different suggestions or things to help you on your health journey and your mindset journey. So in the mornings, we go through books. We're going to go through the compound effect. I'm going to give you something to think about today. I would encourage you, if you really truly want to help change your habits, take out bad habits and implement good habits, understanding the power of habits, and really truly realizing the power of your thinking, I would grab this book. Or go to KetoMomSecrets.com and you can tune in to all of the books that we've done in the past. So if you go to KetoMomSecrets.com, if you click on how to get started, you'll get a foods list. If you click on recipes, you're going to get tons of recipes. If you click on book club, we go through mindset, because I truly believe just like you work on fueling your body with food, it's important to work on fueling your mind right. I believe that the power of you getting stronger, healthier, feeling better starts with thinking, not the food that you eat, although that's super important. But I believe it starts with your thinking. So also, before we dive into the book real quick, we have a 4th of July sale on my mom fuel. So if you've never tried ketones and you want to know more about it, we can chat. But you can grab a trial pack. We discounted them, which we don't really ever do. So you can go to KetoMomSecrets.com and click on trials for a variety of flavors, and there's brand new flavors up. They're all discounted. Or if you want a box of a single flavor, it's all 25% off. So KetoMom.com. So if you want to grab a book. If you want to grab a box and you already have tried them and you have your favorite flavor, go log into your account or go to KetoMom.com. If you've never tried ketones, KetoMomSecrets.com, where all of the trial packs are discounted. There's lots of different flavors. All I'm going to say is this. I've been drinking this for 8 years. For me, it was the energy to get started. Like, it was the energy to not have to take a nap, to feel focused with my girls, to feel amazing. And from there, I've realized the power of the community, our accountability, the support, the personal growth, the mindset. And you might be like, all of that's in a packet? Yes. Because the company is incredible. We have an incredible community. We have an incredible product. It all works together. And so KetoMom.com to grab boxes, KetoMom Secrets just to grab a 5-pack or a 10-pack. Ask any questions below. If you really truly want to know about the trial packs and you want to understand how it works, post trial in the comments. I will send it over to you. The trial packs are discounted today. All right, mindset. What are we going to talk about today? If you looked at yesterday's live, I talked about how when you allow certain things into your mind, think about your mind as like a glass of water. So your mind or your glass of water is clear when you are watching things or you're around people that encourage you, things that are going to uplift you, things that are going to help you think positive, forward focused, right? If I had a glass of water that was dirty, and I said that water represents your mind when you're constantly consumed with fear and worry, maybe watching the news, or you're watching just stuff that doesn't encourage you. It makes you fearful. And so today, he says, how do we stop that? Because in general, it's not like your mind or your glass of water is always going to be clear. You can't control all of the things that come into your life, right? You can't control if you're driving down the road and you see a billboard and you're like, oh my goodness, that causes me to worry. You can't always control if you're going to look at your friend on social media to see what she's up to and then something garbagey, something that's trash, that I would consider trash, pops up. Or you can't control the things that you're hearing at work, but you can help You can help it. You can eliminate some of the garbage. And so he says, here's a couple things to help eliminate the garbage in your mindset, to help you become more of a positive person, not a negative person. And so he says this: you can't avoid the negative posts when you go on social media, but you can limit it. You can't always avoid the people in your sphere of influence or in the places that you work, but you can help eliminate it. So number one, he goes, you can eliminate watching the news. You can eliminate reading all of the garbage news posts. You can eliminate some of the social media time that you spend instead of maybe going outside for a walk. So there's things that you can eliminate so you have less of. I'm not saying to completely go off social media. Some of you might have to. But in general, he's like, you get on with a purpose, right? Or he goes, it's not like he eliminates all of the news. There's some things that you want to know. But he's like, people spend hours scrolling through news articles looking for things that are going on, when he goes, I want to know what the weather is real quick. I want to know some current events. I spend 5 minutes and then I'm off. You don't have to completely eliminate it, but if you get on and you have a purpose with what you're doing, you get on social media or the news or certain things you're looking for, and then you get off, right? Purpose or intention, super important. All right, I have something that I think is super powerful at the very end. But a couple of things he said is, why don't you enroll in Drive Time University? That can help you have more of a positive influence. What does that mean? The average, I want to say American, I don't know if he said American or the average person, spends at least 20 minutes a day in their car. He said there's a lot of people that spend an hour or more in their car a day with going back and forth to work. And depending on what you're listening to, can create a negative space or a positive space. So we like to say, hey, we've got Drive Time University. That means listening to a good book or a podcast, or listening to somebody that you're like, I want what they have in their life, learning from them. And so as you pop into your car, you're going to school to help create a positive mindset. Also, association. So he says, who is influencing you? And you're never too good. You should never be too good to seek out a mentor. We've talked about this many times on this page. But if you truly want something in your life, and oftentimes people will say, well, they just have to hit rock bottom. I'm going to tell you, you actually don't have to, or your teen doesn't have to, or your spouse doesn't have to, or your friend doesn't have to. Because what we have at our fingertips currently today, between social media and books and podcasts, you don't have to hit rock bottom before you change something in your life. You can physically, it depends on how brave you are. I'm just going to say that. I saw Mom from a distance 10 years ago, and I thought, I want what she has. And all I saw what she had was, to me, looked like incredible parenting to 3 little girls, and we had 2, but now have 4. And so I saw a mom who seemed to me super intentional, and I sought her out to get to know her. Or if you see certain people online, maybe you're like, oh my goodness, I would love my family to operate, or I would love to physically have it be in shape like that person, not with a jealous mindset, but to learn from them. Listen, one of the biggest things that you can do is not just let yourself go until your back is up against the wall. You find somebody that has what you want and you ask them to mentor you, or you go physically learn. I don't know, it's not the right word. You go intentionally learn from them through books and podcasts. So I like to say, one of my wisdom mentors, his name is Erwin McManus. He's a pastor in LA. He doesn't know me. He has no clue who I am. And I would call him a mentor because I love listening to his podcasts. Everything that he says, I'm like, oh my goodness, I think that way. He's got years of wisdom that I don't have yet. But when I learn from him, then I take those little nuggets and I'm like, oh my goodness, that's incredible. He's my mentor. He doesn't know it, but I get to have his mentorship through books and podcasts. So you can do that too. I love having people physically around me that I can grow from. We talk about you become like the 5 people that you're around. And if you're like, I don't even know where to start with that, you can start with learning from other people that you maybe can't ever sit down with. Not that I couldn't. I think I could sit down with Erwin if I called him up. I'm sure he'd want to be my friend. But in general, super important. Here's what I really wanted to get to today. It's one phrase, and it's going to wrap up this chapter. And as I find it, and I lost the page, please hold. Is this making sense? Somebody tell me if this makes sense. Okay, this is super important. I want you to hear this. He says, when you're creating an environment to support your goals, remember that you get in life what you tolerate. You will get in life what you accept and you expect you are worthy of. If you tolerate disrespect, you will be disrespected. If you tolerate people being late and making you wait, people will show up late for you and you'll be waiting for them. If you tolerate being unpaid and overworked, that will continue for you. If you tolerate your body being overweight and tired and feeling sick, it will always be that way because you're tolerating it. It's amazing how in life we will organize around the standards you set for your life. Some people think that you're the victim of other people's behaviors, but in actuality, we have control over how people treat us. Protect your emotions, your mental and your physical space when it comes to living with peace. Rather than in the chaos and stress of this world, you get what you tolerate, whether it's from other people or yourself. And you might be like, I had to sit and think about what that actually meant. And I'm just going to leave that with you. You get in life what you accept and you expect you're worthy of and what you decide to tolerate. And if all you do is look at your own physical health and go, what am I tolerating? Am I okay with feeling like garbage? I had somebody say to me the other day, they were like, I didn't realize I felt like garbage because I thought I was always, they blamed it on well, I'm a mom, I'm supposed to be tired. Well, I'm this age, my body's going to start giving out. Oh, I'm over 40, I'm going to feel gross. I'm supposed to feel like that. You're tolerating it. Is that what you want? A mom doesn't have to be tired. That means you might have to restructure your life. Maybe you're not giving yourself enough, even a little bit of time to rest, but you don't have to be that tired mom. You don't have to be that overweight 40-year-old. You don't have to feel like garbage. You don't have to accept it unless you choose to. So I'm going to say it one more time and then I'm going to let you go because we get to celebrate today. Today is a great day of independence and you could take that in so many different directions. 100%. If you live in America, we celebrate our freedom from lots of different things. I would say, where are you maybe held bondage or where are you feel like you're not free in your life, and maybe figure out what you need to do to get that freedom. Maybe it's in your mind, maybe it's in your home. I don't even know. Maybe it's in your own space of feeling like you don't have the freedom to share. Today is the day of freedom. All right, I'm going to say it one more time. You will get in life what you accept or expect you are worthy of and what you tolerate. That was the one key thing I wanted you to take away today. So at any point in time, you can ask any questions below. You can send me a message. I will answer you. You can go to KetoMomSecrets.com. Tons of different things we want to share with you. Recipes, how to get started, mindset, all of the books that we've gone through for 2 years. We've got a fun sale going on trial packs, so it's a great way to get it started of just trying ketones. This is my mom fuel, not just for moms, but I call it that and I feel amazing. KetoMomSecrets.com. Otherwise, post trial below to get started, or just I want to talk to you actually on what ketones actually do. So thanks for tuning in. Happy 4th of July, Patty, you too. Thank you for your presence matters. I love it when you talk. I love it when you ask questions below. I like to see what you are all up to today. So we will talk to you very soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.